gosh, it is such an honor to be here and to be live. Come to people. You should definitely be grateful at that as well. That's a privilege. Let's see what's in the headlines, and then we're coming back. It's Thursday. We've got three features again this morning, and we intend to keep it lively. Just bear that in mind. We'll be back. Let's see what Kendall has for us. I know it.
Good morning. The government is facing increased pressure to fix the island's crumbling road infrastructure and to devise policies to alleviate urban traffic congestion, especially in the north. There are even calls for the regulation of vehicle imports. Meanwhile, the president of the National Council on Public Transportation, Godfrey Ferdinand, says the market for public transportation has significantly increased and is contributing to the problem.
So if you have to transport more persons, obviously you'll have to increase the number of buses. Now, the traveling time between point A to point B can increase because of the road condition. And we are seeing evidence of that on a daily basis. The road condition and the number of vehicles on the road on any given day, before a two-way driver maybe would take at least an hour to go to Vieux-Fort. Now you're looking at an hour, 30 minutes, an hour, 20 minutes.
Ferdinand does not deny that the influx of new vehicles into the island is part of the problem when it comes to delays in traffic. It is possible that Mindo Phillip Park will not be the venue for the opening of the St. Lucia Jazz Festival, the Jazz and Arts Festival 2024 edition, that is. Tourism Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire says an alternative venue is highly probable due to the Marcia Sports Facility being booked for the upcoming ICC Men's T20 World Cup.
The whole idea of the Jazz in Marcia is to create some level of economic activity, create some level of excitement, to make the people of Marcia understand that they are St. Lucian, they are in St. Lucia, and they must enjoy the benefits of economic growth in St. Lucia.
Dr. Hilaire says that stakeholders from the community will be engaged before any venue is settled on. The opposition United Workers' Party continues to blame the St. Lucia Labour Party government for the shortage of sugar on island. The Consumer Affairs Department has placed the blame squarely on the climate change phenomenon and the resulting poor yields from suppliers in Guyana.
No, there is no truth to that. There is no truth to St. Lucia not being able to afford more than 2 containers.
She claims that this is an issue being experienced throughout the OECS region. To remedy the situation, the ministry says the island has secured new suppliers within the region. News out of the Central Statistics Office indicates that the preliminary report on the 2022 National Population and Housing Census is projected to be completed by June this year.
We anticipate or we're working towards bringing on board the consultant, international consultant that would assist with the data analysis and processing mid-February. The consultant will be engaged for a duration of 3 months. So bearing that in mind, we're working towards having the preliminary report for the census and the accompanying results sometime around May to June of this.
The department is also preparing for the National Agricultural and Fisheries Censuses while also embarking on 2 initiatives that will improve the data needs of the public. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
And that is our headlines. We take a break now, and then we come back with our features. Stay there. Don't move. Positive notes, because trust me, this gentleman right here is a musician. He does reggae music. That's the genre that he's passionate about. But not just reggae music. He wants to use his musical platform to be able to channel some positive directions and trends in our society. His name is John Antoine. John Antoine is the name. He's here, just decided to join us because this gentleman has got new material that is out. I mean, he's no stranger to the musical fraternity. We know of his work. Reggae music, to be exact. He's quite avid in that department. And, you know, he's quite committed to his craft as well. All right. So, John, welcome, man.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Maureen.
Always, always. You know what's up. You know what's up. You know what's up already. Right. John, tell us about your journey. Just briefly walk us through your journey into music.
Well, I started my music journey about 25 years ago, performing in various bands around the island. and in the hotel circuit, but I was always have a passion for writing music. So I continued to write, but then COVID came along, and then it pushed me further into my craft. So it gives me the opportunity to focus more on my writing skill. And I started also playing the acoustic guitar that's long before COVID. And then I took up the saxophone. So I'm also a saxophonist also.
Right.
But reggae has been one of my passion. I love reggae, and so I devoted more time to reggae, but not just reggae, but positive, uplifting reggae music. And some of the great reggae artists that has a tremendous impact, culture, Tenor Saw, King Kong, Nitty
Real
Gritty.
deal, man.
Yeah, man,
Certainly.
all those individual. So you find that usually when I listen to those individuals and I listen to the positivity that they bring forward to the music, so I try to put that into my music also. And not forgetting Lucky Dube.
Oh, by law.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. You've got a new project out now. It's certainly along the line that you're talking about with everything that is going on around us. You've decided to put together and add visuals to it as well. I've had the
Yeah.
privilege of looking at it.
Okay.
The visuals, it's quite touching because,
Thank you very much.
you can relate, so much things. The year has just started
Yeah.
and we have already seen ourselves in a state of homicides, gun violence to be
Yeah,
exact.
yeah.
It's not a flattering place to be. Let's talk about your new project.
Well, the project's name is Streets, and that song itself was created around 2014, 2013. And despite what was happening around, but now, I mean, it's just unbelievable. So I decided to put it out. We worked on it last year, and then I pushed it out this year. And it's basically dedicated to parents who have lost their loved one. And yes, I speak about the mother, but also relating to the father also, and also to our young people. And just to let them know, I mean, everybody wants to be a part of something, but being a gang member is not being a part of something, basically, because there's no retirement. The only retirement is death. There's nothing positive being in a gang, basically, I mean, and I hope that they take the time out to listen to the message, listen to the song, and I hope that the media themselves push the song out because it speaks about positivity and upliftingness.
Right.
Okay.
Somewhere along the gist I got is like you passed on is reaching out, writing this letter to your mom,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like you said, the only retirement is death. And there you were, retired, and you were writing from the graves, from the dirt,
Yeah.
to your mom. What's the beginning of the song? What was the wording?
Hello, Mama. I'm calling you from the grave. I just want to say sorry for the headache and heartache I caused you. And most time, I mean, yes, fathers grieve, but mothers grieve more. And mothers are the ones sometimes that have to stay back, to take care of the kid. And most time, they're the one that will be on the street looking for the children, understand? And it's a reality, I mean, and then, afterward you realize, wow, man, I've done my mom so much things. But then it's too late, understand? So it's just an apology, and I mean, just to tell your mom, hey, you were a good mother. Yeah, and I just want to apologize, I mean. So, I mean, realistically, I mean, that's not possible
Yeah.
because when you're in the grave, but if you just get outside of the box and you just have a broader mind, then you can realize, yeah, man, this is for my mom.
Also to speak to people now as well.
Yeah,
Speak to their consciousness.
Let
This
them
is
know that.
exactly the effect that you leave on your parents,
Oh,
on your
yes.
on your guardians, the
Yes.
people that love you when you end up in this sort of
Yeah,
situation.
man, I just want the children, the youth, man, just to listen to the message, I mean, and also to mothers, don't give up on your children.
Absolutely.
And fathers also too, continue to speak to them, continue to be with them.
Where can we find the visuals now? Is it on YouTube?
It's on
Where-
YouTube, it's on all streaming platform, Amazon, Spotify, it's on every YouTube platform right now.
Right. And where can we follow you? Are you on any of
I'm
the
on
social-
YouTube and Facebook, basically, I mean, and there's other good music coming out also. While they listen to that, they can listen to Super Angel. And Super Angel was one I did for the frontline workers also. Yeah, so they'll be positive music coming out of St. Lucia every 6 weeks. That's the ultimate goal right now.
Right.
Yeah,
I
man.
like it. John,
Yeah,
we
man.
wish you the best, brother.
Yes,
And
thank you very
thank you
much.
for taking up that mantle, because it's not the very popular thing these days.
Yes, I
when you
know.
do popular music, when you do music with those sort of positive messages, it tends to get slide over, and we go for the trending stuff. But
And-
you keep true to it, so
And
that's a good
that's where now people like you, DBS, and all the media outlets can push it out. And I want to thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you,
Wonderful.
DBS. Okay.
All the best to you, sir.
Yes, man.
Right. Well, Ninja Dan is no stranger to us, and the brother has been at it, is still going at it, and still trying to make. We're still on the note of making some positive changes and adding some positivity towards the fabric. Ninja Dan has started something. It's called ACT, Alliance for Community Transformation, I believe. Let's find out more about it. Jonathan St. Rose. Well, you know him by that name? Of course, that is the government name. If you sign in check, you must put that name on it. Ninja Dan is here with us, and it's no surprise, because this gentleman has always shown a very keen interest in ensuring that, you know what, you put your money where your mouth is when it comes to, trying to make a difference with our young people and the direction in which they're going. So we all know we can definitely relate Ninja Dan to that, because this is not a now or today thing. He's always been part of that, from the rights movement. You know what, people have their journeys and journeys go through, but then when I'm looking back at it now to where we are now, and I'm saying that could have very well be part of the actual purpose of the journey of your purpose as well, because you have to have an advantage standpoint from every different aspect if you're going to make a difference. So right now you're coming with a background from there too. So you're now able to bridge the gap between the two worlds. And this is amazing. So we're here now, we're going to talk about ACT this morning. That's the new initiative that you've unveiled together with all stakeholders. Now, I have in my hand a number of different certificates. The man has ensured that he's gone on out and gotten himself busy, but engaged meaningfully, but in areas that could even enhance the work that he's trying to do on the ground. So we have technology of study. You have all sorts of different courses, communication. You have all sorts of different courses that you have availed yourself into ensuring that you get certified in. To
19
of them,
courses.
that's a lot. You see all of them here, they're here.
I just received them from the pre-wins yesterday.
Right,
After so long.
right.
But today we're here because of ACT, Alliance for Community Transformation. And normally in St. Lucia, we get police coming in after crime happens, or we get police to react when a certain crime happened, or when crime happened on a whole. But our role as ACT now is like, we're looking at prevention and cure rather than reaction. So it's not like just Rise St. Lucia or Ninja Dan and Rise St. Lucia, we go into the schools and speaking about conflict resolution or conflict management. It's about ACT in the sense of all stakeholders or all heads of departments that has a crime prevention initiative or crime prevention initiative structure to come on board as one voice, as one team. Yeah, so it's not just Rise anymore. It's right now is a whole team. It entails the SSDF, it entails the head of the Prime Minister, it entails the head office of the commissioner, it entails the prison, it entails the court system, it entails the probation and parole, the principals association, the schools, Prince Kilash, the Rastas committee. I mean, everybody is on board. Once you're a stakeholder and you have a part to play, we're on board. Even the artists, that wasn't really brought in on the board as yet, but I believe the artists and the DJs and the promoters have a serious part to play in terms of their content and what they put out there. You understand? So ACT is about, we launched last week Wednesday, and the launch was tremendously great, and we're about to unleash the different programs. Now our action points is we're going to be implementing different programs. You're going to be implementing the reintegration of prisoners back to society. Normally, you get when prisoners come out of jail, you find they're being stereotyped and they're being discriminated against. So ACT now is going to put them in places where we could find job placements for them and put them in certain community where there's safe spaces for them. We're also going to implement the school programs for them truants or the delinquents that's supposed to be at school and they're on the streets.
Yes.
Yeah, we're looking into that where we want to
Right.
take them and put them back into school.
Yes.
So that is where the psychologists and the social workers and the psychiatrists and the counselors come in on board. You understand? Because they are the experts in these situations, so they will handle these situations. And also we have the students programs where we're going to be implementing crime prevention structures, where you're going to have extracurricular activities at schools, sporting activities, performance arts and singing and extra lessons for the children that are lower in academics. Yeah, so that is our action plan to roll out for this year.
This is brilliant. This is complete and this is brilliant. But you well, the stakeholders coming on board. How does funding for this happens? Is it something that
Well, SSDF is the head in terms of the person the people that in charge of the whole
right?
body. And SSDF falls under the Ministry of Social Equity. That is under Minister
Right.
Joaquim
So you're getting
Henry.
that
So
sort of support
we're
there.
getting that
Plus
kind
the
of
avenue
support.
does exist to be able to raise funds as
Yes,
well.
yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I'm happy. You've been on the ground. Well, we find you in the middle of it because we just came from one of the schools.
Yes.
So you have started the schools program already. What has been the response?
No, well, we
Not started yet.
no, we haven't started that
Okay.
part of it yet.
Right.
But I am
Touching base with the
concluding.
schools.
I am concluding that part of the program in terms of conflict management, conflict resolution. Right now, I'm at 84 schools now.
Wow,
And
okay.
the whole plan is to complete the whole island. So when I've completed the whole island in terms of conflict management, conflict resolution, the next time we go back to the schools now, we're going to be about behavioral change. And that is where the ACT and everybody going to come in and
I like
start
this.
using the expertise, the social workers,
I love it. I don't know how else we're gonna end. That's it for us there. We definitely could just now follow the movement. Where can we follow it? Are you on
Yeah, well,
Instagram?
they have Instagram, ACT, SLU, ACT@gmail.com, and I think they have the website, the ACT website. So just click on, I'm not a man that knows too much about it.
That's fine. You play
Yeah,
your
but
part.
I play my part,
Absolutely.
Yes,
Ninja,
sir.
thank you, man. Big up
Thank
yourself
you.
on that. And big up everybody who's on board, who will be coming on board as well. Because you know what? We got to get off of our seat and put our money where our mouth
And
is.
everybody is in that.
Yes,
Everybody have a part to play. Whether you're a man by the street, whether you're a vendor, whether you're a footballer, whether you're a cricketer, we all have our part to play because crime is not just my business, crime is not just your business, but crime is our business. Don't allow it to reach in front of your door for you to take action.
Absolutely.
Take it now.
Take it down.
The
I
time
agree.
is now. Yeah, man.
Act. Certainly. And now for my guy. Listen, this gentleman plays pan. Let me tell you something. But he's a full-blown musician, and he's been repping St. Lucia on an international level for quite some time now. That's my little partner there, and he greeted us this morning as he on his way out. He's gone again, dipping deep out. That's how it goes with his brother. But you know what? It's good to find out some more about what it is that really it is that Al does. Oh my God! Oh my goodness! Let me tell you the sweet, sweet sound of steel pan music. Oh, everything about steel pan is just so organic. From trying to figure out how it is them fellas. Me and Jane was just here trying to figure out how it is a man wake up and decide you get notes on a drum. Bro. You put little things there and well this one goes song this way and that one goes song and every other. This is what is it? Is this Tenor, there's seconds. Every second span song the same. Every tenor pan, once you play a flat something, it's the same thing on each pan. This is science. This is so much psychology. This is art. This is talent. This is gifting. So many things happen here. We're here with Al Project. Al is a band player. Al is a musician. Put it like that. Alexander is a musician, but you know what? We have to find some time when we could get Al back and we could really have a sit down on all of the aspects of it. But this time we captured Al because he's leaving on Friday. He's going off again to do something absolutely amazing. He plays pan on the ship, but it's not just play pan. Al is going to tell us exactly what's going on here. Al, what's going on, man? Happy New Year, everything in one.
Happy New Year, St. Lucia. It's just an honor to always be back here. So I'm getting ready to head back. I've been in and out. I'm touring since November as a headline act aboard cruise lines. Now, headline act is basically the highest form of entertainment you can get on a cruise line. Yes.
Listen, I need to learn to play pan. Only pan playing, or you could do it as singers or
There are the headline acts. They feature all types of artists.
Entertainment,
They magicians, singers, instrumentalists.
God.
Sometimes they have a cast of that do musicals, Broadway kind of style stuff. So that's the main entertainment for the night. So there are all types of entertainment in the ships, but the main entertainment is always in the main
Now
theater.
break it down for us.
Yes.
What does that really mean for a little black boy from the Caribbean, the small island of St. Lucia?
So let's use reference to a jazz festival. So on the jazz festival, there are fringe events, and in the main event in Pigeon Island, the main stage.
Right.
That's what I do.
You're on the main stage right now,
Yes,
on the
yes,
ships.
on the ships. I'm on the main stage on the ships.
How okay, break it down in terms of how possible is this for Caribbean people? How do we have a lot of Caribbean people holding on that boat?
There might be a very small pool, maybe 3-0. I might just be the only person. The only known Caribbean entertainment, I have to give shout out to a band in Trinidad, the Island Magic. They have an Island Magic doing headline acts as a band. But as a soloist, I might be the only soloist who's headline acts from the Caribbean on the cruise ships.
Guys, Lucia, all you make some noise right before we independence. All you make noise, no man. That is huge.
Yes,
so how did you come about? How did you get there? You've always been a part of the cruise ship entertainment.
So I've always been, it's like 15 years in and out on the cruise lines. I started as a musician, and as a musician, we play at the different lounges, creating ambience on the cruise line.
Right.
Yeah, it's still a stage. I wouldn't take that away. But as soon as I came, I also noticed there was the main stage, and there's two aspects of the main stage. The MC on the main stage, I'm also into MC, I do broadcasting. So I always said I wanted to be that. Either they call them cruise directors, and also when I saw the headline acts flying to the ship, and they would just fly to the ship and go, and I would be there for months, and the clients just come on the ship, do their show,
the big league.
make my whole
Yeah,
contract
yeah.
salary
Oh, sure.
in one performance.
So you decided
And-
you wanted to
Yes, I
bamba with the big boy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I decided I wanted to go for after both of those, and I achieved both. I achieved being a cruise director on a cruise line, and being in that aspect, I learned about how to align myself as a headline act, and that's exactly what I
There you are
did.
now.
Yes.
So you've been at that position for how long?
At a headline act,
Yes.
I designed the show 2 years ago. I got bookings right away, like a few bookings, and last year July, when my agent offered me almost 15 bookings, and that's enough for me to just do it full time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, so okay. Speak to the avenue that this opens up. Are we aware in the little small islands that these sort of areas exist and how we can tap into it?
We should be aware. Once again, from the time I know myself as a musician, kudos to St. Lucia. St. Lucia has always been dominant as musicians on the cruise lines. And there are many stories about it. I think I heard about October 4. They were on cruise lines, TC Brown, and they actually got signed, and that fell into the pipelines after a while. But they were in a position to be mainstream and all of that because of the exposure on cruise lines all the way back then. And I'm just grateful that I'm part of the storyline of St. Lucians going on cruise lines and now having my own show. It's probably something that maybe happened once or twice, but to be in full time in this era that I can represent and say, hey, we are right here, we have the talents, and we're capable.
I like this. Al, we want to wish you the best, but you know what? Going off, what does that mean now? How long are you going to be gone for?
As I said, I'm touring, so I'm out for 2 weeks. I come back. I'm in and out of the country until April.
Okay.
Yes.
We want to wish you the best, man. And you know what? While you're out there, hook up a girl, man. I mean, I could MC, and if push come to shove, I could whine. I mean, probably I played pan once, but I'm not sure I'll get to that stage right now. You know, it gets a little complicated for me now. But certainly, congratulations and thank you for for representing St. Lucia like that.
Always, always. 758 to the world.
Absolutely, 758 to the world.
Yes.
45, big 45. Right. Well, guess what? Now that is it. We're finished with you for the day. I hope this, gave you the pep you needed to go on out and be awesome today. So do just that. Go on out and be awesome. And let's do this again tomorrow right here on another DBS This Morning.